اللهم كن لوليك الحجة ابن الحسن صلواتك عليه وعلى آبائه في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليلا وعينا حتى تسكنه أرضك توغا وتمتعه فيها طويلا. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. I want to tell you a mas'ala, and I want you all to listen to it very, very carefully, and I don't want you to misunderstand it. Now, I want all of you to focus and listen to me carefully. Everything else that you are doing, just turn it off, increase the hearing aid volume to the max, and full attention, listen to me. And I'll ask you after this, after saying this mas'ala, I want just to double check if you've understood it properly. Now all of you, those who are fasting, now this applies to everyone, the grown-ups or the ones who have started to fast, so they have to fast. The girls who have completed their 9 years, they should fast. Boys also who have completed their 14 years, they should fast. Now sometimes what happens is that either the girls or the boys, they are so weak they cannot fast, and they've been fasting. They went to school, or someone like me, I went to work. It was extremely hot and I could not continue with the fast. So in this case, what I can do is that if I'm extremely thirsty and if I don't quench my thirst, it's going to be dangerous for me. I can have a little bit of water. I just drink a little bit of water and then nothing else, and I continue with the fast. And I don't eat anything else until Maghrib, and I don't drink anything else until Maghrib. So what happens is that I haven't committed a sin and there will be no penalty on me. But after the month of Ramadan, I will have to make up one qaza for this fast of mine that I lost in the month of Ramadan. So this is only in cases of emergency, only in 911 situations. You went to school, you were fasting, and you could not continue with the fast. So in that case, you can have a little bit of water only if you could not. So first of all, you should try and sit down, rest a little bit, and then continue with your fast. And if you still see that it is not possible and it's going to be dangerous for you, in that case, you can have a little bit of water and then continue with your fast. The continuing with the fast is because it's the month of Ramadan, and the month of Ramadan has its own sanctity. So we have to respect the month. So if there's someone who is not fasting, he shouldn't be eating in front of others. And you also, if you are not fasting, you shouldn't be eating in front of others, because the month is sacred. So I hope I was able to explain this mas'ala. Don't misunderstand. Don't say that I've said that you can just eat and drink whatever you want. No, it's only in extreme cases when a person, he cannot fast and he is fasting and continuing with the fast, it's going to be dangerous for him. In that case, he can have a little bit of water and then rest and continue with the fast. Don't eat and don't drink anything. You will come until Maghrib, and after the month of Ramadan, you will have to make up the fast. Zainab Zaidi, can you tell me what you understood from this?
If you are very thirsty, and like you can't keep on going with your fast, then you can have a little bit of water. But then you keep on going with your fast until Maghrib.
Yeah, and then after the month of Ramadan, you will have to do a qaza. Now this is only in extreme circumstances. Now, it doesn't happen generally. Just keep it in your mind. You will never need this mas'ala. Just keep it in your mind. Only in cases of emergency, when you need to, you can do that. Mahdi, can you tell me that what you understand, Mahdi Fahim, if you are listening to me?
Yes. So like what you said was when maybe when you're extremely thirsty, like a 911 situation, you could just have a little bit of water, just a little bit, and then you continue with your fast, and then after the month of Ramadan, you have to make up the fast.
Excellent. What about khatira? Can you tell me what you
But I have
understood?
a question.
Yeah. What is the question?
How much is a little bit of water?
A little bit that will save you. That little
Oh.
bit, maybe half a cup, maybe one glass, whatever. Not that you want to have a little full jug and then after some more drinks and some more munchies and snacks. No. Just that little bit that can save you. Khatira, can you tell me what you understood?
So when you're like really thirsty, you can like drink a bit of water, and then after that, when it's like emergency, you can drink a bit of water, and then you don't drink or eat anything till Maghrib, and then after like
The month of Ramadan. Yeah. So if someone doesn't, if someone breaks his fast, all right, now if someone did not fast, so he has a big penalty to pay, and the big penalty is that he needs to fast 60 fasts for breaking his fast, for not fasting the month of Ramadan. So if it wasn't an emergency and he just drank water, then he has to do 61 fasts for one fast that he tampered. And those 60 fasts also that he will do, he has to do 31 consecutively, one after the other, and the rest of the 29 you'll have to do it whenever you want. And in these 31, if he did 30 and 31st day he wasn't feeling well, then he'll have to repeat all over again after that. So that's the heavy penalty. So this 911 situation is just to put away that penalty of 60 fasts. So understood everyone? Kazim Sayyid, if you can tell me what you understood. Kazim Sayyid. Let me ask Kazim Sayyid first. If he is there, Kazim Sayyid, did you understand what I said?
Yes, man, I understood.
Can you tell me what was it?
So if you're in a life-threatening situation,
Excellent.
only then can you drink a little bit of water, only enough to
save yourself.
take you out of that life-threatening situation, save yourself, and then you
don't eat and drink anything for the rest of the day, and after the month you fast. So this was just a mas'ala. You can have it in your mind, in your backup memory. You generally don't need that. Maybe once upon a time, long ago, you may need it in a blue moon. So you will never need that mas'ala. Just keep it in your mind. Alright, now the topic that we have for today, it's something nice and interesting, and it is this dua that we recite for Imam Mahdi alayhi salatu wassalam. Which dua? We've got quite a few duas for Imam Mahdi alayhi salam. One of them is this dua which we call it dua Faraj. Allahumma kun li waliyyika al-Hujjat ibn al-Hasan. Most of you know this dua. Now I just want to tell you what this dua means and what are we asking Allah. So during the times of all of the Imams, like for example it was the time of Imam Mujtaba alayhi salam, our Imams, they taught us to recite this dua. Here it starts with Allahumma kun li waliyyika. This li waliyyika, that is, you are praying for the Imam of that time. For example, people living in the time of Imam Hassan alayhi salam, they would say Imam Hassan ibn Ali salawatuka alayhi wa ala aba'ih. Now we are living in the time of Imam Mahdi, so we say Hujjat ibn al-Hasan. Hujjat is the name of Imam Mahdi and Hassan is the name of his father. So every Imam during his time, this dua existed. So people during the time of Imam Riza, they used to say Ali ibn Musa Rida, like that. Allahumma kun li waliyyika Ali bin Musa. They used to say that. But now it is the time of Imam Mahdi alayhi salam. So we read this dua, Allahumma kun li waliyyik al-Hujjat ibn al-Hasan. Salawatuka alayhi wa ala aba'ih. Allah send your blessings and salawat be upon him and his fathers. And then we say fi hadhihi sa'a means now. Fi kulli sa'a, at all times. So what am I asking Allah in this beautiful small dua? We are asking for 6 things. Waliyan, wa hafidhan, wa qa'idan, wa nasiran, wa dalilan, wa aina. I'm asking these 6 things from Allah, that Allah, I want you to be the custodian of my Imam. God, I want you to be the protector of my Imam. God, I want you to be the leader of my Imam. I want you to be the helper of my Imam. I want you to be the guide of my Imam, and I want you to be the guardian of my Imam. So I'm asking for 6 things for my Imam. Now, why am I asking God? Does he not know? Does he not know that he needs all these 6 things? He knows that he needs these 6 things. But then when I say that, God, I want the Imam to be saved and protected, and that he is helped and he is guided, in a way I'm asking all of that for myself. So my du'as for the Imam, they are so weak. They don't carry that much of a weight. But then when I say that, God, I want you to protect my Imam, I want you to guide my Imam, so I'm saying that I want you to guide me, myself as well. Because whatever is on the Imam, like everything that is wajib on Imam, he has to say prayers, I also have to say my prayers. He has to perform Hajj, I also have to perform Hajj. He has to be good to the family, I also have to be good to the family. He has to recite Quran, I also have to recite Quran. So everything what he does, I also do. He does it on a very high quality, I do it on a lower quality. So exactly whatever he is doing, I am also doing. So when I'm asking Allah to protect him, I'm asking Allah to protect me as well. I'm asking Allah to guide him, I'm asking Allah to guide me as well. So everything that I'm asking for the Imam, I'm asking for myself as well indirectly. Now towards the end of the dua, when you ask for these 6 things, waliyan, wa hafizan, wa qa'idan, wa nasiran, wa dalilan, wa aina, why do you want all of that for the Imam? Hatta tuskinahu ardhaka taw'a, so that he prevails on this land. This land belongs to Allah. So that he prevails on this land, which is your land, O Lord. He prevails willingly, and that you make him enjoy for a long time. That is, you make him live for a very long time. Now this is something your parents also have this dua. They always pray that you live for a long time. So praying to live for a long time, every person does. Now grandparents, they do for their grandchildren's, parents do for their children. Now you are doing for your Imam, that you want him to live for a long life, and that he enjoys the life on this planet Earth. Now when he enjoys, we will enjoy. When he has a good time, we will have a good time. When he is providing everything to everyone, and we are also serving him, so we also get the benefits. So du'as that we do, they turn back to us. Now I'll give you an example. Listen carefully again, all of you. Listen carefully. Everything else that you are doing, put it away and listen carefully. During the time of Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, when the fire was set ablaze, it was a huge big fire. No one could go near the fire. So they put Prophet Ibrahim in a swing, and they threw Prophet Ibrahim in the swing, because no one could get closer to the fire. There was a hen pecking near the fire, coming towards the water, picking up a drop of water and then rushing towards that fire and throwing that water in the fire. That little hen and that little drop of water and that huge big fire was ablaze. Jibreel, he descends and says, "What are you doing, little hen, here?" She says that I'm trying to put off the fire. Jibreel said, "With that little water in your tiny beak, can you put off that fire? Is it possible?" The hen says, "Even if I could not put off that fire, I've tried to put off the fire, so that is enough for me." We also the same. Du'as that we have for the Imam, they are very weak. We are very weak, and for the Imam it needs a very strong dua. But then we are trying our best by these little prayers that we have. We are trying to be with the Imam, that Allah, we are telling Allah, God, we are praying for your most beloved Imam, so keep us with the Imam. That means when you put have a lot of pins in a bowl, and then you put a magnet in that bowl. You can try it yourself today. Put a few pins in a bowl, and put a little magnet in the bowl. Now leave it for a few days, and after a few days just remove that magnet from that bowl, and you see those pins that were in the bowl, they have that tendency, they've become magnets now. So every pin will attract the other pins. So when you get connected to Imam alayhi salam, you are also blessed, because Allah's blessings are on him. When you are connected to the Imam, so Allah's blessings are on you as well. So when you pray for the Imam, it's prayers for yourself as well. So whatever you are asking for the Imam, you get that from Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. This was one, that dua Faraj. It is a dua that is reported from the Imams alayhi salam during the time of every Imam. The name of that time, of the Imam of that time was mentioned, and now it's the era and the time of Imam Mahdi alayhi salam. That is why we say, Allahumma kun li waliyyika al-Hujjat ibn al-Hasan. So we are asking Allah to save the Imam and give him these 6 things. That Allah, you give all these 6 things to the Imam and save him, protect him. That is regarding Imam alayhi salam. Now one of the things that Imam Mahdi alayhi salam has asked every one of us, he says that say your prayers on time all the time. Sometimes you may miss being on time. You were away, and by the time you got home, maybe a few minutes have passed from that time of prayers. That doesn't matter, but your aim should be to do the prayers on time. Just like you go to school, you want to be there on time every day. If the school bell starts at 8:15, you are in school at 8:10, and you are in the lineup waiting for the doors to open, and then you get into the class. So that is being on time, being prepared to get into school before the bell rings. Now sometimes, maybe once in a while, you were ill, you slept late, you got up late, or you were not feeling well, so you had to go to the doctor, you were away, so you may come late to school. So if you go late to school, you have to go through the office. Go register in the office and then tell them why you were late, and then you go to your class. It's a little bit of an embarrassment. If you had an excuse and the excuse was valid, that's fine. If it was due to laziness and due to being lousy, you were late to school, that is an embarrassment. In prayers also it's the same, that if you tried your best to be on time and you were there punctual all the time in prayers, Allah accepts that. And sometimes if you are late, He says that no, this guy, he's always punctual, so I'll write him as someone who is always punctual. In school also, if you make these late appearances every day, towards the end of the semester, they will write in your report card, yeah, he has been absent for so many days and he has been late for so many days. So that late remark on the report card is bad. Just like that, in prayers also, if we are late in performing prayers, we will be marked late. So make it a habit that from this very young age, be very punctual with your prayers, offer them on time, be prepared for your prayers before the time of the prayer enters, and inshallah Allah will help you all. And prayers is that beautiful gem that Allah has made for our welfare, for our well-being. And Rasulullah, he says that it's like a river next to your house. If you were to wash yourself in the river 5 times every day, no trace of any dirt will be on you. And just like that, prayers. If you offer your prayers on time every day without any with punctuality, you are the ones who will be blessed with that. وسبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. If you have any questions on the topic, that is on Dua Faraj, on that 911 mas'ala of fasting, and on the Imam Mahdi alayhi salam and prayers,